Shalom, Most High Christ bless. Here's a question for Israel. Galatians 3 verse 18. If the promise or the inheritance was given by the law, then it is no longer a promise. But God gave it to Abraham by promise. I think that's a very key verse for Israel to focus on, because as much as we want to validify the law, according to Galatians, it clearly, especially in verse 16, it clearly specify that the grace of Christ is the ruling charge of our continuance of this life, and you can reference that in the second chapter, verse 21. We're no longer living by the law. We're living in the grace of Jesus Christ. Otherwise, he died for nothing. So, Israel, focus on Galatians 3 verse 18, because that verse right there, if you think you're gonna glorify yourself and receive the kingdom by the law, then it's no longer a promise. Wouldn't you want to receive the inheritance by promise? Come on now. If your dad told you, he promised you he's gonna give you this and that, right? Would you require it and say, nah, Dad, don't give me a promise. Let me work for it. Let me work for it and do it myself. Like, really? Because the law is based on self-effort. Am I wrong? The law is based on self-effort. But the grace of God, which is given by a promise, which is the gift through Christ, comes as a promise. As far as I'm concerned, I would rather have a promise. I would rather have a promise of inheritance than for my father to say, if you do X, Y, and Z, then that's the only way you're going to receive the inheritance, especially if he already quoted that it is evident that you would not be justified by your works. Like, if he's telling me that up front, like, hey son, you would not be justified by your works, only by my grace, only by my promise, I'd be like, hey Dad, you right. Thank you for that love. Opposed to bickering and trying to fight and be like, nah Dad, I'd rather do it myself, Dad. Come on, Israel, we're smarter than that. Repent and receive the grace. Shalom.